Your past doesn't define your future. Ladies and gentlemen, listen closely, because today is not just another day. Today is a reminder that no matter where you've been, no matter what you've done, and no matter what choices you regret, your past does not have the authority to write the rest of your story. Only you do. Too often, we carry our mistakes like heavy backpacks, dragging them with us everywhere we go. We replay old failures, revisit old heartbreaks, and rehearse old fears until they feel like our identity. But hear this clearly. Your past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. It can guide you, but it must not imprison you. Maybe you've stumbled, maybe you've been rejected, maybe you've made decisions that you wish you could erase. But even the darkest chapters of your life can become the foundation of a powerful comeback. Diamonds are created under pressure. Steel is forged in fire. And strength, your strength, is built through adversity. Every single day you are gifted a choice. Remain who you were, or step toward who you can become. The world may try to remind you of your history, but the world does not dictate your destiny. You are not defined by the moments that broke you. You are defined by the courage it takes to rise again, again, and again. Think about it. Every champion was once a beginner. Every expert was once unqualified. Every person who has ever stood on a stage of success had nights where they doubted their worth, questioned their ability, and considered giving up. But what separates those who rise from those who remain stuck is a simple commitment. They refuse to let their past decide their future. So today, make a declaration. Release the guilt. Release the shame. Release the idea that you must carry your old identity into your new life. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to rewrite your story. You are allowed to chase dreams that once felt too big, too distant, or too impossible. The road ahead will not always be easy. Growth rarely is. But each step you take forward, even the small, shaky ones, pulls you further away from the life you no longer want and closer to the life you were meant to build. Your past is a chapter, not the whole book. And the pen is still in your hand, stepping into your future. If you're going to rise above your past, you must first believe something powerful. You are capable of change. Too many people stay stuck not because they lack potential, but because they've convinced themselves that who they were is all they'll ever be. But your past self is not your final version. You are a work in progress, and progress is made one brave decision at a time. Understand this. Your future isn't shaped by the mistakes you made, it's shaped by the lessons you learned. The scars you carry are not signs of weakness. They are proof that you survived what was meant to break you. And survival is strength. You are stronger today than you've ever been, simply because you're still here, still trying, still moving. So how do you step into a future that isn't chained to your past? You start by forgiving yourself. Not because you're excusing what happened, but because you deserve to move forward without dragging the weight of yesterday. Forgiveness breaks the chains that hold you back. It clears the fog so you can finally see the path ahead. Then you build new habits, new beliefs, new standards. You surround yourself with people who don't just remind you of who you were, but who inspire who you're becoming. You create small wins, tiny victories that remind you that you're capable, worthy, and growing. And as you collect those wins, something incredible happens. Your confidence strengthens, your vision sharpens, and your future becomes bigger than your past. And remember, growth requires discomfort. You may lose people who can't grow with you. You may outgrow environments that once felt comfortable. That is not failure, that is evolution. Do not shrink yourself to fit back into places you've already outgrown. Stand tall. Walk forward. Claim the version of yourself that you've always wanted to be. Your past may have shaped you, but it does not own you. Your future is wide open, waiting for you to step into it with courage, clarity, and conviction. So rise. Rise above the doubts. Rise above the memories. Rise above the person you used to be. Because your past is a chapter, but your future, your beautiful, powerful, limitless future is the rest of the book, becoming the author of your destiny. Now that you've acknowledged your strength and stepped away from the shadows of your past, it's time to embrace the most empowering truth of all. You are the author of what comes next. Not fate, not luck, not the opinions of others. You. Every great story has turning points, moments where the hero chooses a new path, even when the old one feels familiar. Today is one of those moments for you. This is the chapter where you stop living by default and start living by design, where you stop reacting to life and begin shaping it. But here's the key. Creating a new future doesn't require a perfect plan. It only requires intention. Clarity beats perfection every time. Ask yourself, who do you want to become? What kind of life do you want to wake up to? What goals have you buried because fear whispered that you weren't worthy? Dig them back up. They were planted in your heart for a reason. And when you start walking toward them, something transforms inside you. You stop seeing yourself as the person who failed, and you begin seeing yourself as the person who tries, who builds, who evolves. Your identity shifts. Your mindset shifts. Your entire life shifts. Along the way, you will have days where the old version of you tries to pull you back, days where doubt knocks on your door and whispers, "You can't do this." But you must answer with the truth. Watch me. Because every step forward, no matter how small, is a declaration that you are choosing growth over fear, courage over comfort, and purpose over the past. And remember this. The future isn't something you wait for. It's something you create day by day, choice by choice, action by action. Even when the path feels uncertain, even when you feel unprepared, keep moving forward. Momentum is built through motion, not motivation alone. You have the power to reinvent yourself, to rise stronger, to rise wiser, to rise with a fire in your spirit that no past moment can extinguish. So stand tall, hold your head high, look forward with confidence. Because the greatest chapters of your story, the ones filled with triumph, meaning, and breakthroughs, have not yet been written. And the author, the creator, the architect of that future is you. Your past is behind you. Your power is within you. Your future is calling, rising into your greatest potential. You've learned that your past doesn't define you. You've taken the first steps toward rewriting your story. Now it's time to rise fully, confidently, unapologetically, into your greatest potential. And let me tell you something essential. Your potential is far bigger than the limits you've placed on yourself. Most people don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because they underestimate what they're capable of. They settled for a smaller life because a louder past convinced them they didn't deserve a bigger one. But you right here, right now, are standing at the edge of possibility. And possibility is powerful. It doesn't care about where you've been. It only cares about what you decide to do next. To rise into your potential, you must be willing to challenge the beliefs that kept you small. Beliefs like, I'm not good enough. I've made too many mistakes. It's too late for me. Those are not truths. They are mental echoes of moments you've already outgrown. Your journey ahead requires a new belief system, one that empowers you rather than limits you. Believe that you are capable. Believe that you are worthy. Believe that you can create a life that excites you. Because belief is the seed from which action grows. But belief alone isn't enough. You must act. And action requires courage. Courage to try, courage to fail, courage to try again. You don't need to be fearless. You only need to be brave enough to move despite the fear. Every successful person you admire once stood exactly where you stand now. Uncertain, unprepared, and unsure of what lay ahead. They rose not because they were perfect, but because they were persistent. And here's the truth. Your persistence will build the bridge to your future. Not perfection, not luck, persistence. Show up for yourself even on the days when motivation runs low. Push forward even when the path feels slow. Celebrate small victories because those tiny steps become massive transformations over time. And never forget this, your story has the power to inspire others. The battles you fought, the challenges you've survived, the strength you've gained, someone needs to see that. Someone needs to hear it. Someone needs to be reminded that transformation is possible because you proved it. So rise. Rise boldly. Rise with intention. Rise with the full understanding that the future you've dreamed of is not only possible, it's waiting for you to step into it. Your past may have been your teacher, but it is not your master. Your future is wide open. Your potential is limitless. The power of becoming unstoppable. If you've come this far, if you've dared to confront your past, challenge your beliefs, and step boldly toward your future, then you are ready for the next phase of your transformation. Becoming unstoppable. What does it mean to be unstoppable? It doesn't mean you'll never struggle. It doesn't mean life suddenly becomes easy. It doesn't mean you won't face fear, doubt, or setbacks. To be unstoppable means this. You may bend, but you will not break. You may fall, but you will rise again. You may get discouraged, but you will never quit on yourself. Being unstoppable is a mindset one built not on perfection, but on resilience. It's about recognizing that every obstacle is temporary. Every setback is a setup for a comeback, and every challenge is an invitation to grow stronger. You become unstoppable when you decide that no matter what happens, you will keep moving forward. When your commitment becomes stronger than the voices trying to hold you back. When your purpose becomes louder than your fear. When your dream becomes bigger than your excuses. And you have something incredibly powerful in your favor, momentum. Look at everything you've done so far, everything you've acknowledged, everything you've chosen, everything you've healed. That is not small, that is not accidental, that is not luck. That is you stepping into your power. Momentum builds when you take consistent action, even when it feels hard, even when it feels slow, even when no one is watching. Momentum builds when you commit not just to the days when inspiration strikes, but to the days when discipline carries you. And once momentum is on your side, you become dangerous in the best possible way. Dangerous to excuses, dangerous to self-doubt, dangerous to the limitations people once placed on you. Because nothing can stop a person who has decided that their future is worth fighting for. Remember this: you are not the same person you were yesterday. You are not defined by who you used to be. You are evolving, rising, expanding. Every step you take rewrites your story. So claim the power of being unstoppable. Step into the arena of your life with confidence. Face the future with your chin lifted and your spirit steady. Because when you choose to rise again and again, you become a force unshakable, undeniable, and unstoppable. Your story is not over. Your potential is not exhausted. Your dreams are not out of reach. Walking with purpose. Becoming unstoppable leads to something even greater. Walking with purpose. Purpose is the compass that guides you forward, the force that energizes your steps, and the anchor that keeps you steady when life's winds try to push you off course. Purpose doesn't always arrive as a lightning bolt or a grand revelation. Sometimes it begins quietly with a feeling, a dream, a desire to make your life mean something more. Purpose grows inside you the moment you decide to stop living on autopilot and start living with intention. And here's the truth. Your purpose is not hidden in your past, it's awakened in your future. You don't find purpose by looking behind you. You discover it by looking ahead, by asking yourself who you are becoming and what impact you want to make. When you walk with purpose, you move differently. You speak differently. You think differently. You no longer waste energy trying to please everyone or prove yourself to people who don't see your worth. Instead, you align your actions with your values, and you align your values with your vision. Purpose gives your struggle meaning. Purpose gives your progress direction. Purpose turns your story into something powerful, something that can light the way for others. And don't think for a moment that your purpose must be massive to be meaningful. Sometimes the simplest missions create the greatest impact. Being kinder than necessary, choosing integrity over convenience, offering hope when others have none, or refusing to let your own light dim. Even in dark times. When you walk with purpose, the world begins to shift around you. Opportunities appear. People who align with your vision are drawn to you. Confidence grows. Clarity sharpens. You start to feel something you may not have felt in a long time: peace. A deep internal knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be, heading exactly where you are meant to go. Purpose turns every step forward into a statement. I am here for a reason. I matter. My life has meaning. My future is worth fighting for. And with purpose as your guide, you no longer fear the unknown. You welcome it. Because the unknown is where your transformation takes place. It's where your greatest breakthroughs begin. It's where the version of you that you've been waiting for finally emerges. So walk with purpose. Walk with conviction. Walk with the understanding that every day you choose growth, every day you choose courage, every day you choose yourself, you are stepping deeper into the life you were meant to live. Your purpose is not ahead of you, it's rising within you, embracing the transformation. By now, you've done something extraordinary. You've challenged your past, stepped into possibility, awakened your purpose, and begun to rise into the person you were always capable of becoming. But there is one more realization that seals this journey. Transformation isn't something that happens to you. It's something you choose over and over again. Transformation is not a single moment. It's not a sudden change. It's a commitment, a lifestyle, a promise to yourself that you will not settle for the version of you that fear created. You transform when you decide to stop holding yourself back. You transform when you allow new beliefs to replace old limitations. You transform when you give yourself permission to grow beyond your history. And listen closely, because this part matters. You do not need anyone's permission to become the person you want to be. Not your past, not your circumstances, not the voices that once doubted you, not the people who only knew the old you. Your transformation belongs to you. Your evolution belongs to you. Your growth belongs to you. As you change, some people may not understand. They may question your new direction or try to remind you of who you used to be. But that's because they are still reading an old chapter. You are writing a new one. Transformation is often uncomfortable because it asks you to let go. Let go of old habits. Let go of old stories. Let go of old identities that no longer fit the person you are becoming. But the discomfort is worth it, because on the other side of that discomfort is a life that feels aligned, powerful, and authentic. A life where you wake up with clarity instead of confusion, strength instead of doubt, purpose instead of regret. Transformation is not about becoming someone new. It's about becoming who you were always meant to be. And the person you are becoming, they are stronger, they are wiser, they are more resilient than the person who started this journey. They are more focused, more courageous, more alive. This is your evolution in motion. This is your soul rising. This is your spirit awakening. This is you stepping into the fullness of your potential. So embrace the transformation, honor it, protect it, celebrate it, because the moment you choose to grow, the world begins to grow with you, standing in your power. As you embrace your transformation, something remarkable begins to happen. You start to feel your own power again, real power, the kind that can't be taken, shaken, or stolen. This isn't the loud, boastful kind of power. It's quiet. It's steady. It's rooted in truth. It comes from knowing who you are and knowing what you've survived. It comes from realizing that the person you once were is not the person you are choosing to become. It comes from the fire inside you that refused to go out, even on the days when you felt your lowest. Standing in your power means you no longer let your past speak louder than your potential. It means you are done apologizing for wanting more out of your life. It means you no longer shrink to fit the expectations of people who never saw your worth. Your power is not in perfection, it is in presence, in showing up, in refusing to give up, in choosing to rise even when the world gives you every reason not to. This power doesn't make you invincible. It makes you unstoppable. It steadies your hands when fear tries to shake them. It fills your lungs when doubt tries to suffocate your dreams. It reminds you that the strength you need has always lived within you. You just had to remember where to look. And standing in your power changes the way you move through the world. You stop waiting for the right moment and start creating it. You stop asking, "Can I do this?" and begin declaring, "I will." You stop seeking validation and start trusting your own voice. Because when you stand in your power, you stand in your truth. You stand in your purpose. You stand in your future. This is where your confidence takes root, not in who you've been, but in who you are finally allowing yourself to be. And let me tell you something vital. The world needs you to stand in that power. Not the watered-down version of you. Not the limited version of you. Not the version that hides, doubts, or apologizes. The world needs the full version of you, the version that rises, leads, inspires, and chooses courage over and over again. Your power isn't meant to be contained. It's meant to be lived. It's meant to be shared. It's meant to shine. So stand tall. Stand strong. Stand fully in the person you are becoming. Because when you stand in your power, you don't just change your life, you change every life you touch.